So my name is Julian, and I'm joined here today by
Nereida.
Nereida Bermudez, is the owner of Thanks a Latte Cafe, and I wanted to interview her to hear about her experience running a local coffee shop and the role it plays in the community. So thank you for being here. My first question is what key life experiences have formed who you are today?
Well, thank you for having me, Julian. What keys? I want to start. I want to say first of all, like my upbringing growing up, um, seeing the hard work that my mom did and does till today. That has been something that has shaping my, I want to say my life. Just knowing that I have to get up every morning and do it, not having anything to stop me and not to get things done. Um, and seeing that growing up from my mom, knowing she had to do like laundry when it was winter time outside with frozen water. So all of that, I think it has influenced me to get to where I'm at.
How did you become passionate or involved in the community?
Passionate. Well, when we first opened this cafe, knowing there was a small community and seeing from the first day, like seeing people here every single day, like the same people, seeing their how they support us and they gave their patronage to us till today. It's been going on 5 years since we opened, and seeing that loyalty from our guests, it has made me become like, yeah, like you said, passionate about being here for them per se, because it's people that comes here every single day. It makes me feel personally like we are doing a good thing, and it makes me like keep doing it. Um, so being from a small town to being in a small town, it makes you appreciate that because kind of like everybody by name, or you're familiar with what they do, and it's kind of cool, like going to the store and then seeing people like like uh, like you're just regulars. Hey, how are you? Whichever name, you know.
What are your core values and how are they reflected in your work?
My core values will be, first of all, I want to say integrity. That's a big part of, I believe, of who I am, is um, staying true to myself, and just doing for them. I mean, always try to do the right thing, even when nobody's watching. Do the right thing and stay true to that. Um, Hard work for sure. Respect and hospitality. I mean, I think that is a big thing from us as a community or as a family, that we are just hospitable when it comes to being with people. We're just like that, like welcoming and friendly. And so then my core values, going back to my core values, will be integrity, respect, hard work, honesty. It's a big one as well. Um, and yeah, and most of all, just staying true to oneself, to who we are, and the way that we apply it here at the cafe. I think it is the same with that. Like even going uh, from our timings when when we are cooking or when we're prepping the coffee. Trying to be uh, fast and efficient and providing a good quality instead of just doing like quantities. So I feel like we all stay focused and on that, like we want a good product to go out. We want good quality instead of just focusing on how much we can sell and then how fast we can go without thinking what we're doing, what we're putting into it.
The next question is, what are some causes, projects, or activities that help you be involved with the community, and why do you do them?
Okay. I wish I would have the time like to be more involved into like community events and stuff like that. But we do support like the Little League, kind of like make donations that way. We support the Little League of here of Camp Verde. I myself participated in the co-ed softball just like this past summer. It was fun because you get to see a lot of the people from the community that works in the community, like the firefighters, the city council. It was kind of nice, like to be involved and around all of them, being in a more personal and not personal. Yeah, it's more personal way instead of just treating with them like when we go to city council meetings or stuff like that. So it was nice to get on that. But we do like to support like our local schools, local businesses. Whenever it's the corn season, we love to go and buy corn and make specials: corn, onions, watermelons, honey sometimes. So we like to participate in those kind of things.
How do you collaborate with other groups and individuals to realize your impactful work? So, similar, I guess, to like the previous question, in the way like, how do you involve others in your work? So.
Okay. So yes. So here at the cafe, I think Alondra, she's like a big representation of like what we do. She gets involved in doing stuff like that. Same thing as Luis. He's one of her cooks. He also as well has like great little like contacts with people around town. Luis and Alondra, like they're big pillars of the relationships with the customers in the cafe to like the community outside. So I will say them two are like big representatives of who we are and what we do.
So the social butterfly.
The social yes.
What other creators who are focused on similar causes, projects, and activities that have influenced you?
There is I want to mention 3 people. I have to say Dr. Maritza Oramas. She's a dentist, and she was a big influence in my life when I was starting to be per se in the workforce. So she was the one who put like the pedal down, and she's like, okay, Nereida, if you want to do something with your life, you have to show up. Like, you have to be there, and if you said you were going to be there, you have to be there. If it's raining, if it's snowing, if the world is ending, you have to make it somehow if you said you were going to be there. And that, to me, at that moment in my life, it showed me like, yes, that's something that has to stay with me, and I have to do what I said I was going to do. If I said I was going to be there, I have to be there. And then from there, I started working on the hospitality business because I wanted to do something completely different from what I'm doing right now. But by doing that, I started to working at a place where I met Chef Salvatore Moscato, and same thing. When he interviewed me for the position to be a cook in his kitchen, he was like, you just have to forget about all the holidays out there, because if you want to work in the kitchen, you have to know that you're gonna be the one who's gonna be working Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, your birthday, your mom's birthdays, and they're gonna be celebrating. You're gonna be working, and that to me was a big one because I used to having my weekends off and my holidays off, but when I made that commitment, that I was like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Ever since, I've done it until like we came to open the cafe, and now I'm going back to understanding more the importance of being with family, and then just taking your days off or your time off to regroup and keep doing it, Another person that has influenced me in this path that I'm on right now, it's Chef Jeff. He's from Elote. He's the owner of Elote. And ever since I went to try his food, I was like blown away by it, like the flavors, the presentation, and like the modus operandi that he used to have at the time. And I fell in love with that system per se. How you went into his restaurant, you got your drink, your popcorn, and you waited like hour and a half for your table, but you were having fun and enjoying yourself. And once you get to your table and had that food and the service, it was just wonderful. Like you didn't even care that you had to wait hour and a half to go in there. And I started thinking about, okay, so how this guy has done all of this, right? So one day, reading through his little wall of accolades that he had, like newspaper stuff and things like that. So I read that he went to this school in Mexico to learn how to cook like Mexican food, and I was like, what? There's a school there? So then that put an interest in my heart, like to do. I was like, I need to go there, and I went. So by knowing him and doing that, like I've done like things that I never thought I would done if I didn't know that he did it, or that it could be done per se, or that it was out there for someone like me, like to go do an experience. So by those three people have influenced like my path to do what I'm doing right now, and of course, like again, like you mentioned, like the work ethic of seeing like the women in my family never like stopping. I have an aunt as well that growing up, it was like, oh shoot, like Tia Sara, that you looked up to her and was like, it's her rules, and it's and again, just women in my family, like Tia Sara, my mom, my sister, all of them have making like a big part of of being who I am and where I am right now at this point in my life.
My next question is, what would you recommend I do to become a future creator of a great city?
First of all, to stay true to yourself, to who you are, and just hard work and being persistent. Not letting, because there's gonna be people that are gonna tell you that you cannot do it, it can't be done, but at the same time, it's you who are doing the things. So then I will say, stay true to yourself and always just keep going, because it's only two outcomes that are going to come out of that. If you don't, and it's not about just trying to do it, I will say do it, and then it's going to happen or it's not going to happen, and that's the only two things that are going to happen. Instead of thinking, oh, I should have done it, should I not do it, just go for it. There is a saying that if you don't get your feet wet, you're not gonna cross the river. So you gotta get your feet wet and then go from there. But just stay true to yourself, hard work, and just by being who you are going to become a first grader of the community. By who you are, by your example, like people are gonna follow and know who you are already. But always stay true to yourself, who you are, what you believe in.
Well, that concludes the interview. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.